we'll go ahead and continue our covering of the topic that we're doing today, which is the Word of God is power. You know, the other thing that I've experienced about using the Word of God is that, you know, the only option when you start to use the Word of God is prosperity, you know, hope fulfilled in every single area of your life. And, you know, over the years in speaking the Word of God, you know, what I've learned to do, you know, because since I've been enjoying experiencing all this hope fulfilled in me and every area of my life, you know, what I have learned to do is, you know, replace the Word of God with, you know, whatever words I used to speak. You know, and what I've done is I've learned to use the Word of God to address whatever aspect of my life that I want. In other words, if, for example, we just got done talking about healing, you know, I wanted to be healed, so I replaced the words that I used to speak when my health was concerned with the Word of God, which says that I'm healed and made by the stripes of Jesus. So instead of speaking the words that I used to speak anymore, I've replaced it with that. You know, I use words such as, you know, I am prosperous in whatsoever I do, because the Word of God talks about that. You know, that's one of the characteristics of the Word of God. You know, so I would personally say that it has changed my life in terms of, you know, the way I live my life and my walk with God. It's nice to be able to, you know, pray, you know, about whatever your situation is, and be able to experience hope fulfilled where God is concerned, and to experience it right now. Because one of the things I've learned about, you know, speaking the Word of God is He answers now. You know, which makes sense. You know, when you love someone, which our God is love, you want to attend to whatever you want right away. You know, so I just praise God for that. Now, for some of you are thinking, you know, how do I get to know this guy that Amiete is talking about, that, you know, will minister to me, hope fulfilled in every area of my life? Well, I'm glad you asked. You know, how can I, you know, your other question would be, how can I get to speak these words so I can get to experience the power that Amiete is speaking about in my life? Well, I'm glad you asked. You know, the awesome thing about God, we have a God, He's not a respecter of person. He doesn't care what race you are, what gender you are. You know, all He's interested in being a relationship with you.